Okay.
Look, I even put on a jacket for you guys. Una giacca per loro.
Very handsome, as always.
What is it?
So people are starting to come in. We're just going to give it a couple minutes for everyone to be able to log on, and then we'll get started.
You look completely in the dark, Beth.
Me?
Yeah.
It's so bright outside. It's the glare off the snow.
Jake, you're muted. Massimo's muted too.
I was going to wait my turn.
Okay, Mario, I think we can get started.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'd like to welcome everyone to another one of our great webinars with our terrific partners. This time, we're so wonderfully pleased to introduce one of our newest clients, which is an unbelievable company called Cento All'Ora. For those of you who don't know what Cento All'Ora means, it means 100 kilometers per hour, because they will be racing you all throughout Italy in supercars with extensions to the south of France, to Switzerland, to Austria, and all kinds of very, very exciting possibilities. The funny thing is, or not the funny thing is, but one of the great things is that while Gilles and I were in Europe this summer, we were actually able to experience a Cento All'Ora drive through the streets of Rome with stops at an old palazzo and a private tour, which was really remarkable, of the Colosseum. It was amazing to be in Italy at that time. And I know that we all want to go back to Italy as quickly as we can, but it was really amazing to be back in Italy at the end of August, beginning of September, because it was so quiet that we were in the Colosseum and there were maybe 100 people in the entire building. So, but it was great to experience the Cento All'Ora services. We were not in supercars because many of you don't know, but I'm possibly the worst driver on the planet. So we were having lovely drivers in we had an old Bentley, we had an old Rolls Royce, an old Cadillac, not pink. And we were driving all around the streets of Rome. It was like, you know, Audrey Hepburn in Roman Holiday. Then, of course, we'll be following the Cento All'Ora presentation with a client with whom we started working with last year. And it's an exceptional property, because you can't really call it a hotel because it's so much more than a hotel. It's an art center, it's a place for culture, it's a place for music, it's a wellness retreat, and it happens to be a village that's been completely restored or continues to be restored, an entire village in the Val d'Orcia called Monteverdi. Many of you already know it, some of you don't, and we're very lucky to have Jake, who is will be your primary reservations contact for Monteverdi, and Massimo, who is our fearless leader and general manager on site. From Cento All'Ora, we have Andrea Benedetti, who is one of the owners of the property, and I think we'll start with Cento All'Ora. Andrea, andiamo.
Thank you so much, Mario, for the great presentation. I will start sharing my presentation, so we'll share the screen. So I hope you can see.
Yes, we can see.
Excellent. So as Mario kindly said, we are specialized with all sorts of services related to cars and logistics all over Italy. So our clients are mainly individuals, let's say about 70%. So we talk about couples, multi-generational trips, group of friends, or even events, birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, while the rest, about 30% of our clients, are companies. This means incentives. Our services can go from 1 up to 10 days in a row, with minimum 1 supercar, for example, for a couple. And we can go up to 40 supercars. As you can see in this picture and in the following one, we were having big incentives for big groups. The nationality of our clients are mainly American, Canadian, and Brazilian. We have some Australian and people coming from European countries. So about 90% of our clients are coming from abroad. The best period of the year for our tours are from April till the end of October, even though you have to consider that the month of August is usually crowded with Italian tourists. We can also organize tours in winter, as all our supercars are equipped with winter tires. So we organize escorted tours with supercars all over Italy. Our qualified staff will accompany our guests with a lead car, while the clients will drive their supercars, and they will be following our lead car. So we will show the way to our guests so that they will never get lost, and our staff will take care of the supercars in any moment. So once we arrive at each destination, the clients will give us the keys of the supercars and they simply go. We will then take care of the cars with the parking, gasoline, wash, and transportation of the luggage. So it's like having a car valet everywhere the clients go. We think about every single detail of our tours. So we design the itinerary, we choose the best roads and parkings. In the prices, we include everything. So we include parkings, gasoline, highway tolls, the easy pass, so that there are no extras after the tour. We reserve restaurants, but we think it's much easier if the clients pay directly, unless it's a group. We put walkie-talkies in the cars, so in case we have to communicate. We put hand sanitizer bottles inside the cars, but also bottles of water and tissues. Just to give you a couple of ideas, if clients are renting a villa, we can organize a one-day tour, even though they are in the middle of nowhere. Or we can also organize transfers with supercars from one place to another. So for example, from Rome to Florence, we can drive in the most beautiful roads of Tuscany.
Stop at Monteverdi and have a lovely stay.
For example, instead of taking the high-speed train or a car with driver and drive on a highway. So our supercars are 80% of our supercars are mainly Ferrari and Lamborghini, all the latest models, but we can also provide Maserati, Porsche, Aston Martin, and McLaren. We will propose the Ferrari Portofino, which is the entry level, but of course we can propose so many different models. Usually we consider 2 seats per car, but there are a few supercars with 4 comfortable seats for adults. We also take professional videos, and we strongly suggest them because they are the best souvenirs for the clients. And at the same time, these are important marketing tools for all of us. So we use this drone that is used for movies. So it's a professional drone that can fly up to 50 miles per hour and can fly up to 4 miles. We also personalize everything with your logo or the logo of your clients. So as you can see in this picture, we can put the logo on the stickers on the cars, on the flags, even on labels of bottles of water, or on the T-shirts of the staff. And this is something really appreciated for incentives. Our suggestion is to drive from Puglia to Amalfi Coast, or from Rome to the north of Italy, including the beautiful Dolomites, or even in Sardinia, where you have beautiful roads and you can combine a road rally with the seaside. The #1 region is certainly Tuscany. But as Mario said, we have no problems to go abroad. So we can go to France, Switzerland, Germany, and Austria. We can start or finish there, or we can organize a tour right in these countries. The staff of Cento All'Ora is composed by experienced English-speaking staff able to assist demanding clients. Sometimes our clients are saying that we are their guardian angels because we help them, we assist them, we are with them on the road, but we are never with the clients for visits, lunches, or dinners so that the clients can have their privacy. We will then need a deposit, which is proportional to the value of the supercar. For example, for a Ferrari Portofino, it's 10,000 euros. This means that the clients are responsible for possible damages up to this amount. Beyond this amount, the insurance will cover all the rest. For us, it's really important to know what are the goals, the wishes of the clients, so that we can prepare something tailor-made only for them. So we can also organize special experiences, like, for example, a truffle hunt in this castle in Piedmont, followed by a lunch inside the castle only for our guests. We can organize the same type of tours with supercars, but with vintage cars. So in this case, we will always have a lead car, we will show the way, we will take care of the cars in any moment. But it's important to precise that these lovely cars have manual shift only and do not have air conditioning. So it's important to double check with your clients if it's fine for them. We suggest to organize a tour of 1 day only, and we suggest to drive for about 50 to 60 miles during the day with several stops. We can propose these beautiful Alfa Romeo Spiders with 2 seats, or these iconic Fiat 500 or Fiat 500, or we also have sedans of Italian brands, and they have 4 seats. Our suggestion is to organize a group of friends or an incentive with minimum 6 or 7 cars in Rome, in Tuscany, or the lakes of the north of Italy, the lakes called Garda, Maggiore, and Como. We can also rent premium models that usually normal rental car companies do not have. So we talk about Hertz or Avis. So we range from the Mini Cooper-S convertible, like this car, and we can go up to sedans, convertible, SUVs, like this Bentley Bentayga. We also have electric cars, all models of Tesla. So the clients will decide time and place of delivery and collection. So we can deliver and collect in a hotel, in a villa, in an airport, in Italy, but also abroad in other European countries. We organize racetrack driving experiences with Ferrari and Lamborghini that are made for racetrack only. So we use these kind of cars. This is a Ferrari Challenge. The client will drive and a professional pilot will be seated next to the client. And the pilot will give all the hints. So for example, he will say, turn left, go right, so that the client will improve lap after lap. Afterwards, it will be possible to switch. The pilot will drive and will show to the client what is the perfect lap ever. This is the Lamborghini that is used on racetracks. As you can see, these are extreme supercars. There are many pros because these kind of driving sessions are really exciting. They are safe at the same time because you are inside a closed circuit. And they're useful because you can learn techniques that can be useful for the everyday life. Maybe the only cons is that it's more expensive driving experience than a tour with a Ferrari on the road. And tracks are not always available, so we have to book in advance. Probably the best and easiest track is in Modena. We also provide cars with top drivers all over Italy. This was a big event in Castiglione del Bosco the Rosewood Hotel in Tuscany. We can provide transfers, car disposals, or even the logistics of an event, a wedding, an incentive, or a large family. We have all the classic models, E-Class, S-Class, V-Class, but we also have luxury cars like this Maybach with 4 seats in total. We also have Rolls-Royce Ghost with driver, or even the Range Rover Vogue long wheelbase. These cars are quite difficult to find in Italy, but we can provide them without any problem. Then we have also luxury vintage cars with drivers in Rome. So we have a fleet of luxury vintage cars with drivers for original 3-hour-long tours. Here you can see a few models. These are Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Cadillac, Excalibur that were built between the 1950s and 1970s. We strongly suggest to do these tours in the evening after 9 p.m. so that roads are empty and clients can really enjoy the town and these beautiful cars that have 3 seats plus the driver. And a few cars can eventually accommodate 3 people in the back seat, plus 1 in the front, plus the driver. We also organize tours with vintage Vespas with drivers. So these tours are will last 3 hours, and it's probably one of the best ways to see the historical center. These tours are safe and exciting, and they are perfect for families. Children should be minimum 12 years old. And of course, we can stop several times, take pictures, and go ahead. Like in this picture, this was a stop in the Aventino Hill.
Andrea, how
Yes?
is the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Excuse me?
How is the best way for these agents to get a hold of you?
To contact us, you mean?
Yes.
Yes, so it's via email. At the end of this presentation, we'll find our emails. Of course, if it's a last-minute request, like 1 or 2 days before the service, it's always better to give us a call. Anytime, even late in the evening or on weekends, we are always at your disposal.
And you can, everyone, of course, you can always reach out. You can always reach out to us, to MJL Select, and we'll be happy to connect you. One of the things that it's important for you to know as well is Andrea and his team also work very closely with our MJL Select properties throughout Italy. So if you're staying at Monteverdi, or if you're staying with Massimo Colli at the Inghilterra in Rome, or with our newest client, Terme di Saturnia in Tuscany, or any of these properties, they all know how to get a hold of Andrea and his team.
So we can also organize tours with vintage cars in Rome. Of course, if the clients are willing to drive, we will go in the countryside so that it will be much easier. So we will have a lead car. Our staff will take care of the cars in any moment. In this picture, it was a lovely tour with the iconic Fiat 500 towards the so-called Roman castles, which is the Roman countryside. But we can also provide extra services like English-speaking guides. We can also provide transfers and tours in helicopters. Just to give an example, the most important leg is from Rome to Capri. We can also organize transfers in private jets, but we can also rent boats and yachts. Our requests are essentially in Capri, Amalfi Coast, Sardinia, and Portofino. Here you have a few pictures. So our tours with supercars can go from 1 to 10 days, and from 1 car up to 40 supercars. And 90% of our tours are tailor-made, but I will send you some programs just to give you some ideas going from 1 to 10 days. Here we were on the Stelvio Pass, and our drone was following us for about 500 meters. This picture was taken in the Dolomites. So these tours are really safe and fun and exciting. Here on the right, you can see our two Mercedes V-Class minivans with the luggage. We use them also in the evening in order to accompany the clients for dinner, because we do not want that our clients drive supercars in the evening. They can enjoy their dinner, they can enjoy wine. And I would like to show you, just to, before leaving you, a couple of pictures of Mario this summer with our Bentley, with our vintage Bentley in Rome.
Andrea, while you're doing that, I have a question here that maybe you can answer while you're showing those pictures.
Go ahead and show the video.
Yes, sure.
There's no sound to the video, right? So we can talk while. It's not showing on our end. Is it showing on your end?
So this is the video, a short video of a 1,000 miles long tour. We left Rome, we drove through Tuscany.
Andrea, hold on. I don't see the video. Do you see it, Mario?
No, I don't.
No, it's not
I
showing.
think we need to move on to Monteverdi.
I'm going to follow up with the presentation and I can send the video to everyone as well. But a quick question. What are the driver's license requirements, ages, certifications, etc.?
The driver's requirements? So
Yes,
it's minimum
license.
21 years old.
Hmm.
So we only need a normal American driving license.
Okay, great.
And 21 years minimum. So
Yes.
we're going to move now to Monteverdi and
Yes.
this wonderful place in the Val d'Orcia. And we will send all of Andrea's information straight through to you. So I don't know if you want to, who wants to start, Massimo or Jake, but off you go.
You can start. Unless Massimo, you want to say something first? You'll be dealing with Cinto Aguilar as well.
Well, as Mario said, great to be here. And as Mario said, you'll be dealing with Jake mainly because of reservations. Then we work in good synergy. So I am on property. That means that I will be happy to see many of you.
Yeah. Well, as Massimo said as well, and Massimo, okay, go ahead. I thought you were muted.
Please go ahead, Jake, because you'll present
Yeah.
Monteverdi very well as always. Thank you.
Of course. Well, thanks, Andrea. Thanks, Mario and team, and thank you, Massimo, and everyone joining. If I haven't met you at Virtuoso, my name is Jake. It's a pleasure to work with you guys. I hope to connect in the future. I head up sales and reservations at Monteverdi, work closely with Massimo and the team on site. First, I will share my screen, and we'll do a little video real quick. So can everyone see this okay?
Yes.
Okay. There's that. Hang on 1 second. Okay. And now can you guys see the presentation here?
Not yet.
Not yet. We just see your Zoom screen.
Gotcha. Hang on one second.
Just
And
to
how about
keep
now?
going as he's looking.
Yes.
The easiest airport tour for arrival into Monteverdi is Rome.
Yeah. It sounds like Andre and his team can do that as well.
Good.
That'd be a perfect segue. So can you guys see this now?
Yes.
We can.
Okay. Well, as Mario elegantly put, we are a luxury boutique hotel located equidistant between Rome and Florence in the Val d'Orcia that's infused into a living, breathing hilltop village. Opposed to many resorts throughout the region, we own most, but not all of the village, so we are among the locals and know each and every one of them. Monteverdi is a labor of love of Michael Cioffi, our founder. He's an attorney and law professor who's dedicated himself into rebuilding the semi-abandoned village of Casciancello del Tenoro, as you can see here. When he founded over 15 years ago, it was, again, crumbling, semi-abandoned, and overall just being swept away into history. So what Michael did was he teamed up with Italian interior designer Ilaria Miani to create a hotel as beautiful and timeless as Tuscany itself. Together, they were able to fuse the surrounding Tuscan landscape and nature with a very contemporary edge, as you see here. This was through a thoughtful, meticulous restoration using reclaimed materials, bespoke furniture, custom handmade linens as well. Each bed and bath, I like to say, is a very uniquely designed slice of Tuscan life. Another thing we say is it's approachable luxury, if that makes sense. So Monteverdi is life at its most vibrant. It's a village where curious, creative minds can be enriched and re-energized. It's kind of like a Tuscan dinner party with a collective group of like-minded friends coming together and just, enjoying dinner, company, and wine. A little bit about the property itself. We have 20 rooms and suites, 3 private village houses. We had rebranded from the typical Tuscan villa and went to private village houses recently. This is because the houses, they're 2, 3, and 6 bedroom. They come with the characteristics and privacy of your Tuscan villa. However, they're footsteps away from all of the property amenities at Monteverdi in the village. We have a state-of-the-art culinary academy. It's actually in the old village schoolhouse, and it's led by executive chef Giancarlo Bodoni. An award-winning spa at Monteverdi. A 700-year-old church that's been converted into a performing arts venue. That and our contemporary art gallery are part of our robust artists in residence program that I'll get to just shortly. Indoor warm pool and an outdoor infinity pool are on the property as well. Privately sponsored archaeological dig. Range of dining options going from our fine dining restaurant and award-winning Oride, a library bar, a lobby lounge and terrace bar. And as you see here, there's the infinity pool, the underground steps going into the warm pool at the spa. And then, of course, the lobby lounge and terrace bar, as you see here. It is my favorite spot. It's near and dear to my heart. It's where I proposed to my fiance with the help of Massimo and his team.
Did she say yes?
Oh, of course, Mario. Of course she did. Thanks for asking, though. And another thing I want to emphasize, pre-COVID, we were one of the only Tuscan properties open year-round. To get that year-round appeal, we had an expansion in 2018. Part of this, in addition to adding new rooms, was to add that culinary academy with Chef Giancarlo, add that warm indoor pool, and of course, add that lobby lounge that has a roaring fireplace. It's an ideal cozy spot to kind of cozy up in the shoulder months and listen to a nice little piano concert.
Can I stop for a second?
Of course.
Jake.
Yeah.
Jake is being very modest. The culinary program at Monteverdi is extraordinary with some of the world's greatest chefs.
Yeah.
And it's not only Italian chefs, it's chefs from all over the world. It's a curated program by Michael and the team, including Massimo and our wonderful chef Giancarlo. And it's spectacular. The other thing is the music program at Monteverdi is world class. And so it's important for you to when you're booking clients there or when you're inquiring, it's important for you to find out what is actually going on at Monteverdi with reference to both either the art, culinary, or musical.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely correct, Mario. I think a founding philosophy of Monteverdi is that music, culture, art, and beauty are very central to our experience, as you just very well put. So that being said, we're a gathering place for curious and creative minds to come together, be enriched, be recharged, and kind of feel humanity the way it's meant to be, which is very raw, unpredictable, compelling. So as Mario said, we have, and we're very proud to have, an established concert series, artist in residence program, and soon to be chef in residence program, kind of as you're getting at. So what we have is these world-renowned musicians, these artists come together, they perform at the church, they perform in the lounge, or they have an art exhibition at the gallery. Or as you see here, Willem Dafoe and his wife, Giada Colagrande, did a film screening at the Piazza. And what I like to emphasize is these artists, Joshua Bell, Steve Tyrell, Noah Humes, as you see here, Laura Provost, the list goes on. We have them every year. They come throughout the year and every month. They don't just stay and perform. They live at Monteverdi. They are a resident, and they feel the timelessness, and they use Monteverdi as an inspiration. And something we always like to say as well is Wes Anderson himself wrote the Grand Budapest Hotel while staying at Monteverdi. So you never know who you'll run into. This will give you a better idea, where we're located. And I also want to emphasize, going back to what Mario mentioned with culinary, we are proud to announce that we will be having Chef Dominique Crin and Nancy Silverton to do the kickoff of the Chef in Residence program. Again, very similar feel.
Dominique Creme is one of the hottest chefs in America.
Absolutely.
She's based in San Francisco. She's amazing. And of course, it's wonderful that our chef is a woman at Monteverdi. And of course, Dominique is. So don't let that fool you. Guys, I'm going to have to excuse myself because I need to walk away. So if I just disappear, please accept my apologies and continue.
Thanks, Mario. Appreciate
No,
that.
go ahead. I won't leave just yet. I may leave it.
Okay. But yeah, as Mario said, the culinary program is robust, and that's why we're launching this Artist of Residence program with our chefs. Giada and Bobby, I don't know if you've seen, they just aired their episode of Giada and Bobby in Italy on Discovery Plus. It actually takes place at Monteverdi as well. Cooking with Giancarlo, Bobby's cooking on the grill outside the Culinary Academy. It just came out in January, so it's a very nice watch. And this will give you guys, again, a better idea. We're equidistant Florence and Rome. Most clients will fly into one of those airports, maybe Pisa as well. We also have a few of the private airports nearby as well. Massimo and his team can arrange, wherever your clients are at. They're experts at, private transfers. The closest airport's 25 minutes away in QC as well. So if you want to do train, get a rental car, use Andrea's team is a new partnership we're excited to do as well. But again, we can arrange
drive it for one of those supercars.
Exactly. And then bring it up here. Sorry, Hilltop Hamlet.
May I interrupt a second because someone has a question and you had the map up. What part of Tuscany is Monteverdi in? What larger towns are nearby?
Yeah, well, Massimo, he's the on-site expert, but I would say it's southern Tuscany. The closest town would be Sartiano. But Massimo, we're equidistant in wine country.
Well, probably it's a great location. Yes, towns that you may know are Montepulciano or Montalcino. So Val d'Orcia in general, which is an iconic valley, which is really a symbol of Tuscany in a way. So, but yes, as Jack said, it's the southern part of Tuscany, so quite easy to reach. Fantastic location, but only 15 minutes from the nearest exit on the A1. So equidistance, as we said, between Florence and Rome.
Yeah, it's a perfect little headquarters, if you will. It's a wine country, and the other locations, whether you want to go to Rome, Florence, and use Andrea and his team in a supercar to get to these places. So we're, as Mario was really getting at as well, we're much more than just a destination or a hotel. We're a transformative experience, whether it's regenerative, cultural, dynamic experiences, both on and off the property. And this is my favorite thing to talk about when people go, Jake, what can my client do at Monteverdi? And I like to tell them absolutely as little or as much as you like. Whether you want to do a water circuit treatment in the spa, cooking class with Giancarlo, go to a concert or an art exhibit on site, or if you want to go off property, truffle hunting, do guided hikes, do cheese making classes in Pecorino, of course, go to the vineyards in Montalcino, Montepulciano. I also like to emphasize whatever your client wants to do, Massimo and his team are experts at crafting a curated, very specific to your client's preferences, and it's very unforgettable. So Massimo and his team make my job very easy, and I think your clients are always in good hands. So whether you want to do all that on and off the property, there's as much as they want to do, or as I like to say the term, il dolce far niente, sweet idleness of doing nothing. If they just want to sit back at the lounge, have a glass of wine, or sit up in the chairs you see here, just kind of soak in the panoramic views and the timelessness that Monteverdi has to offer. And we're not just in this community, we're very much a part of it. We're very proud to have our partnerships that we have throughout the region in Tuscany. And then the biggest news you guys are probably looking forward to, we are currently, as I mentioned earlier, normally open year round. COVID obviously had other plans. We decided to move forward with a very large and exciting expansion. So we are beginning to accept arrivals beginning in July. So in the meantime, this spa is growing yet again to the Monteverdi Spa and Regenerative Clinic. We're opening the Monteverdi Retreat Center. This will be wellness retreats, corporate retreats, film screenings, as I mentioned earlier, cocktail receptions, different kinds of meetings alike. So it's a nice meeting center we'll have in the middle of the village. Lastly, the Enoteca Zito. It's a casual restaurant to be complementing our fine dining restaurant Oride. And of course, last but not least, 3 new large suites. They're going to have neutral tones, earth colors, and of course, commanding views of the Val d'Orcia. So we have a lot in store for 2021. We're very excited to look forward to working with you guys. So thanks again. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to Massimo and myself. We're always around and available. So
There is
thank
one
you, guys.
question up right now, Jake. What is a good lead time for a buyout?
Well, that depends. You know, it just depends on what time of year. We're getting some that have been pushed, obviously, as you can see now. It depends, you know, however, whether they want to do a weekend, a weekday. I will say typically it's a 3-night minimum, but that being said, feel free to send us an email and we can get started with that.
Okay, great. Let me see. Are there any other questions, anybody? No, I think
If I
we're
may
good.
add something in the meantime, I
Go ahead,
think
Massimo.
the expansion that Jake was telling us about is really something that makes us feel very lucky.
Mhm.
We are making great use of this time, these difficult times for travels, while, you know, of course, all of us are suffering. We're very lucky because we are in a position to really improve all what there was already at Monteverdi. So our aim is really to be very ready to restart traveling and living fully in July and be able to offer an extraordinary experience to our guests. Then the only other thing that, as Jake mentioned, is that we like to take very personal care of each guest. So that means that we work closely with you for your clients whenever you know, when there is need to look at specific details.
I think we're all looking forward to a refreshing 2021. So
I think so.
it's exciting though. It's an exciting time.
Hold on, I think we
for
have one
everyone.
more question. Let me just see here. Okay, if
course.
clients want to go out to dinner from Monteverdi but don't want to drive, is there a taxi service? Where is the closest restaurant? Grazie mille.
I'll leave that for Massimo.
Yeah, perhaps many options. Yes, is of course, you know, we are adding an informal restaurant. So the thing is that, as Jake said, you can do as much or as little as you like. Of course, you want to see the area. The surroundings are extraordinary. So we have our little portfolio of restaurants and no problem to organize a taxi service to go out for dinner. Given that we are adding also an informal enoteca, which is not, unlike probably the fine dining restaurant, when a client may not want to go every night, I believe in the more informal restaurant would be a great option for people who do not want to really drive in the evening, given that, you know, the terrace that we were talking about, the lounge, terrace bar, it is an extraordinary place for a sunset. So after that,
Or a proposal.
yeah.
Or a proposal.
Proposal and to
Yeah.
watch it.
So we have a couple questions.
Thank you.
One, are you stating that Italy's border is opening for this summer for the US? And
We're
then
hoping.
2, if the mandate continues for a mandatory COVID test to return to the US, can you assist with that?
You mean just like for testing on site?
Yes, or yes, get them to.
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. I can't make any promises, but I will say with the new regenerative clinic, that is a top priority. So again, I can't fully confirm and give you that promise, but that is exactly what we're hoping to do, because, you know, we are in the middle of a very, you know, remote location, and that's what Dr. Barbone, who will be leading the regenerative clinic, he wants to do that. So hopefully, yes, and hopefully the borders will open very, very soon, but we're looking forward to it.
Fingers crossed.
Yes, of course. That's a good question though.
Let's see, anyone else? I know, Andrea, you had a question, but you're answering that as far as are cars right-hand drive? Do you allow the clients to drive? Yes, or must there always be a driver? No, they allow the clients to drive. Anything else? Hold on, there might be one more here. No, I think that's it. I will follow up with everyone with the recording and the presentations.
Thank you.
And please let me know if anybody has any questions or needs anything. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
guys.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Ciao.
you.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.